Hello, I am Vladimir Semeyhin. Today we will be speaking about the fundamentals of yoga, about moral principles. At the end of the day, yoga is about being happy, and the most important part of being happy is having a clear conscience. Of course, conscience is a very subtle matter, and we may even at times doubt whether other people have it, but we normally do not question the presence of our own conscience. From that moment, when we first lied to our parents, or done something similar of that sort, maybe hid something, we had this feeling inside of us that something is wrong. That is our conscience, and it helps us to understand that the easy way is not always the best way. It is often comfortable to lie. It is sometimes comfortable to steal, and if nobody notices, it is as if nothing happened. Or perhaps we do not give someone something that is due to them, but afterwards we feel inside that this is bringing me out of a certain state of clarity. This is bringing me out of balance. And that is why achieving happiness is impossible in this state. Those moments when you are not at peace, when you are not joyful, there is no happiness. That is why these are the fundamentals. Sometimes you look at a person and all the external circumstances are in place. A beautiful wife, a wonderful job, but he is not happy. And at times it is the other way around. A person can be constantly suffering in every sphere of life. He has nothing, but he is happy. You speak to him and his zest for life awakens in yourself as well, and you think, wow, where is this coming from? How is it possible? The difference is internal. This means that external circumstances stay external, but the feeling of happiness is based precisely on how well you follow your conscience. And these moral principles help you to hear your conscience. So, eventually, we develop such a clarity of mind that we can feel how we should act in a certain situation. You do not need any books, you do not need to check with the stars or other people and their opinions to feel how to act right. Myself, for example, I am Vladimir. I am now giving a lecture. What should I speak about? What book is that written in? There is no such book. I try to keep my words, actions, and thoughts in accordance with my conscience. And when I do this, I feel the inspiration coming to me. But in the time we spend learning, inside of us there is not only the voice of conscience, but also the voices of greed, jealousy, and attachments. There are worries and complexes, and those are not just voices. This is a great orchestra which does not allow us to hear that small, still voice of wisdom. How are we to hear it? Of course, meditation is the answer. All of yoga is about just that, how to hear it. But there are also moral principles that can help us, while we do not yet hear this voice. They help us to have a sense of direction and give us food for thought. This is why we study them. It is not about simply following directions. Each and every principle requires thorough comprehension and practice. And the key moment here is for your conscience to be clear. That means feeling, I am doing something right, and becoming calmer at heart, feeling happier. That means what you are doing is right. This is because you can turn any rule into nonsense. It can easily become absurd when followed blindly, when it is followed blindly or dogmatically used, irregardless of the circumstances. That is the first point. And secondly, why is this the most important fundamental of yoga? Because yoga makes you very efficient. You become goal-oriented and you achieve your goals. But it is important that your goals are beneficial to you and to the world. Adolf Hitler was an extremely efficient person, yet his activity, and of those who followed him, brought a great deal of pain. When you practice yoga, you become charismatic. You gain an ability to lead others and to change the world. But what sort of change will it be? For that you need wisdom, because the cost of your actions, your input into the world, is growing. That is why it is better to first establish yourself in moral principles. Principles such as I want happiness for all living beings. And only after that should you become effective. Then your life will bring festivity to the world. That is why these principles are important. There are only 10 of them. 5 principles are called YAMA, and they are to do with your relationship with the outer world. And the 5 principles of NIYAMA are to do with your relationship with yourself. So, let us practice and study them, and be happy.